What is up, my ninjas? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninjas Filthiest Pitches of the Day, where I go over the filthiest pitches from the day before. Before I get into those pitches, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the best baseball content on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, here are the filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start out with Pablo Lopez, who had a career-tying 9 strikeouts in 7 innings. He also dropped his ERA to .52 and is one of the most underrated pitchers in the game. Most of his success comes from his changeup. I mean, look at these things. They're nasty. And when you overlay him with his fastball, you can see why this gives hitters fits. That changeup just fades and dies. Carlos Carrasco had a great outing, K-ing 7, and most of it was due to his split change and slider combo. This looks like vintage cookie. I mean, those split changeups, they just give hitters fits all day. And so does his slider. Here's an overlay of his slider and fastball, and you can see why you might swing at a slider out of the zone. Speaking of nasty splitters, one of the filthiest splitters in the game belongs to Kevin Gausman. And that splitter was absolute fire against the Red Sox. He had 8 strikeouts, and you can see why that splitter is so deadly. Here's an overlay of his splitter and his fastball. They look the same, and that splitter, well, it's not hittable. I interviewed Gausman a while back about his splitter grip, and he goes over it with me in a ton of detail. There's like a 10-minute discussion of just his splitter grip on my channel. But here's a little snippet of it so you can see what his splitter grip looks like, and it's really unique.
Like Lincecum-esque, same kind of grip almost. Like it's a funky grip. And, a lot of people when I first show it, they're like, it feels like it's gonna jump out of my hand. Like I'm gonna throw it to the backstop. And to be honest, it took me 3-4 years for it not to feel like that for me.
Dylan Cease didn't have his best outing, but check out this ankle-breaking changeup. Ouch. My man Zack Greinke pitched. He didn't get a ton of strikeouts, but I did love this little get-together with Carlos Correa at home plate. I think all my Astro fans are shedding a tear right now. Gregory Soto had this cheese at the knees. It's 99-mile-an-hour fastball right at the knees. That is unhittable. Jhoan Duran is quickly becoming one of my favorite pitchers to watch. I mean, his stuff is just electric. Check out these breaking balls to Salvi here. Just disgusting stuff. And Salvi totally agrees with me. The best moment of the night? Well, it came from a hitter, Jazz Chisholm. Jazz disagreed with this call. Phil Cuzzy's trying to get him to go back in the box. Jazz is like, we're on Jazz time now. Hits a bomb on the next pitch. Just a total gangsta move. And then takes his sweet time around the bases. Good for you, Jazz. Someone on Twitter suggested that Jazz should be drilled for this. And Jazz replied, drill your mama. Keep being you, young legend. Jordan Hicks. Hicks made his first major league start yesterday and did not disappoint. Look at this 98-mile-an-hour fastball with 21 inches of run. I can't make a wiffle ball move this much. I show you how the movement is calculated by Baseball Savant. They look at the initial trajectory of the pitch, where it would have ended up, and then see how much it deviated from that path due to spin. All of this is calculated automatically by the Hawkeye systems in Park that use cameras and optical measurements. And yes, it's a distance bigger than home plate, 21 inches. And check out this 100-mile-an-hour fastball to Joey Wendell. Wendell thought he was going to wear this pitch, and it ends up almost middle. Insane movement. I think Wendell may have peed himself a little here. Not only did Hicks have crazy movement on his two-seamer, but his sliders were also filthy. That is unhittable stuff. And here's an overlay of his 100-mile-an-hour fastball and a slider. You can see why this would be a problem. My filthiest pitch of the day? Well, that is Tanner Houck's backdoor slider. You can see how far off the plate this starts and ends up catching the zone. I overlay it here with a fastball that's well off the plate, and you can see how that slider starts outside that fastball and then ends up on the plate. But this home plate view of that same slider, well, that's ridiculous. There is some panning of the camera which makes this look even more ridiculous, but you can see how hard it is to hit. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. This may be the chillest catch of a foul ball ever.
Little style right there. I like that.